Welcome to my Stop Fighting with Your Son podcast. If this is your first time here, I recorded 4 episodes especially for you to help you eliminate the fights right away and start connecting with your boy as soon as possible. Go to episodes 54 through 59. I have 4 boys of my own, and I know better than anyone how much you want to have a good relationship with your boy and all the things that can come in your way. If you are a mom of boys, I am the coach for you. Let's go.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's your summer going? Oh my gosh, we've already had a week of our summer with the kids, and we took them to the grandparents, to the pool, and honestly, it's exactly what I wanted. And I wish the same for you. What do you want for your summer? What do you want to do? How do you want to feel? What do you want to do with your kids? I want you to feel that same way. I want you to get what you want because I feel so satisfied and I'm so excited for the rest of the summer, for all the plans that we've made, for all the trips that we've planned, for all the cool things that kids will learn, for all the family will see. So I am really riding that high and I am just so excited. So in the midst of all that excitement, I had a moment that inspired this episode, and it was a day or two ago in the evening. I was putting little twinsies to bed. Well, they're not that little anymore, they're 6. But I sat there on the bunk bed and I caught myself thinking that first of all, I shouldn't be this tired. And what's even more logical in my head was, because I'm so tired, I'm doing something wrong. So if I just figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong, then I won't be this tired. And people in general shouldn't be this tired. Like, I should just be full of energy and enjoying life. And I caught myself thinking that, and I had a wake-up moment because I remembered something that I also believe is true. And what I believe is true is that when you argue with reality, this is what Byron Katie teaches us. And if you haven't been exposed to her teachings, I highly recommend checking out her books, her books, yes. So she teaches us that whenever we argue with reality, with what is, we lose 100% of the time, which means it's a total waste of our time and energy to argue with what is. So even though it felt so logical for me to think, right, if I figure it out, what I'm doing wrong, maybe exercise, maybe food, then I will feel better, and then I kind of agree, yes, I shouldn't be this tired, right? Even though it made total sense and it was super logical and felt like the truth to me, what I realized in that moment is that I was simply not accepting the reality as it was. And guess what? I'm doing this for many years, probably having that same loop cycle where I would think that, oh, I'm tired, I shouldn't be this tired. Oh, if I only figure out why I'm so tired, I can fix it, and then I won't be tired because people shouldn't be this tired. And so guess what? It wasn't producing a more restful me, this kind of thinking. It wasn't producing more rest. It wasn't producing any progress in that department. It was only leaving me hanging, feeling like I need to solve a mystery because I have no idea what it is that I need to change to not be so tired. So then my mind kind of like starts to be confused, like, oh, what could I change? And then it's just kind of like starts swimming in the ocean and does nothing, except for only tires me out even more. Okay? So when we argue with reality, okay, when we wish that we were not this tired, and when you hear me describe this scenario, I do want you to like insert whatever it is that you are going through, whatever situation that you have, that it logically makes sense to you, that you're like, oh, if I only was this confident or whatever, then if I only had fixed something, then I would be confident, then I would be more confident, right? if whatever situation that you have that you believe if you change something would be different, you are arguing with reality. And when we argue with reality, we lose. We lose because the reality is already happening. The reality is already is. And so when we don't accept it as is, we spend extra energy, unnecessary energy and time and thinking effort and just our time in our life. And we create also suffering because we're not happy with what is. So back to my tiredness situation. If I was to go unconscious and keep thinking the same thing, like, oh yeah, I need to figure something out. I'm doing something wrong because I'm so tired. I would be tiring myself out with that kind of thinking. I would be tiring myself out and be unsatisfied with the way I'm being when I'm putting my kids to bed. I would be absent with them. Like when I'm with them, in my head, I'm not really with them. I'm thinking about what am I doing wrong? And I'm not giving myself rest if I need more rest. And I'm not solving the problem, right? So fighting with reality and believing that basically it's when you're believing that something should be different than it already is. That's when you're fighting with reality, right? And I wanted to bring this attention to your mind so that you can also get some awareness about where you do this in your life. Because for me, and I've been doing this for a while, I have awareness and I've already exposed a lot of spots where I was fighting with reality. And of course, I'm still uncovering them. So I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised because I caught it, because this one was very logical to me. It was like, oh yeah, people shouldn't be tired. It made so much sense that I didn't even consider that I was not accepting reality. I was fighting reality. And so when I accepted it, because once I became aware of my thinking, this is the beautiful thing about getting coached and looking at your thoughts and having awareness of your thoughts, is that sometimes you don't even need to change the thoughts or to be positive or to anything. You just need awareness. And once you get that awareness, then everything shifts just automatically because your awareness shows you, oh, this doesn't make any sense. And when I got that awareness and I looked at that moment from a different perspective, of course I should be tired. I'm taking care of 4 kids on a summer vacation. And on top of that, the little ones are still kind of little. They still need me to do a full bedtime. And they're 6 and they're twins. And I'm a mom and right? And all those things. Of course, it made perfect sense that I'm tired. And when I was able to see it from that perspective, guess what? It gave me extra energy because I was open. My feeling was open and I was accepting what is, and I wasn't judging it. I was not wishing it was different. I was more kind of willing to meet the situation as it is and take care of myself, do whatever is needed, and have that understanding. Of course I'm tired. Like, of course, girl, you're tired. What do you expect? You were being a mom for a whole day and a day before that and many years before that. Like, what do you expect? Of course you're going to be tired. Why would you think you're not tired? And the other funny part, I think is really funny. Why would we ever assume or expect us not to be tired at the end of the day? That one makes me laugh because of course we're going to be tired at the end of the day. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, if you work, even if you didn't work, like you're going to be tired because you're going to be living a whole day and being awake and doing things, and you're going to be tired. So of course you should be tired at the end of the day. So it's that one really cracks me up. Like, what, should you be rested at the end of the day? No, you should be tired. That's why it's the end of the day and you should go to bed. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Fighting reality can look in many different ways. Like, it can look like a very logical, reasonable assumption that you have about life. Like bosses should be a good managers, right? My boss should be a good person, right? Should treat me well. Or something like I should be getting paid well, right? Something that looks and feels extremely logical and reasonable and feels like the truth can sometimes not be useful to us if that is not a reality. If we're fighting reality and our thought is something like this should be different, then it is worth reevaluating it and seeing what is this belief creating for us? What is it creating for me if I believe that this should be different? Is it creating the results that I want, or is it draining me of my energy, of my brain power, of my time, of my being present at this job, of my being present with my kids, of my being present with my husband? I want you to question that. Am I fighting reality right now? Am I wishing it was different? And if you are, you simply need to notice it. Like, oh, right, I kind of do wish it was different. How does it feel? This is what I always tap into. Like, it kind of feels bad. And if it feels bad, that's a sign to me that it's not serving me. It's draining me. So, as a mom, you should be tired. And you should be tired at the end of the day. And the reality should be as it is. So if you adjust your thoughts to what is, you will relieve yourself from a lot of suffering. Okay, guys, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps you to enjoy your summer a lot more. And I have a couple great episodes already in my mind for you coming up. So stay tuned. I am excited to talk to you. And if you do need extra help, I do have 1 or 2 spots open each week this summer. So you can just go to my website and sign up for them. You go to www.coachingnatalia.com and sign up for a free session. I'll be happy to help you. And yeah, I would love to know how this teaching of Byron Katie and how did that land with you? I would love to know, and I hope it helps you. All right, guys, have a great another week of summer. Love you. Bye. And I'm on a roll.